Matchup we have tonight, breaking the front court. I know everyone, you and I included, have been waiting for this one.
And when you've got two of the best bigs in the league going at it tonight, it's must-see TV. I can't wait to call this one, guys.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. The post pairing, Barnes playing alongside Pirtle. R.J. Barrett is out there with Skinny, and it's Lee in at the small forward. Here's Andrews. Lee outside. 6 on the shot clock. In the corner, Barrett with it. No good with the triple. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Boston. Here's Houdini. A shot split Brown making the play.
And that'll start us off. We're ready. We feel the tension in this arena.
And sometimes getting that first bucket puts momentum in your corner, but we'll just have to see.
Now here's Lee. Coming in off a 41-point performance last game out. Good as the jump shot falls.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Pirtle with the steal. Barnes outside. Out to the right wing. Screen by Pirtle. Andrews. Rebounded by Jackson.
Usually he's a master in the mini, but not that time.
Brown the pass to Houdini. Here's the three. The shot, no good.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Lee kicks to Barrett. Here's Andrews. A three-pointer is right on target.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Jackson. He's a guy that can score, no doubt, averaging over 25 points a game.
Jackson. Once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You will gladly take those.
Now here's Pirtle. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Lee dishes to Pirtle. And the rejection by Jackson.
Boston foul. Jalen Brown.
Toronto shooting their first free throws of the evening.
First team foul.
Numbers all season from the free throw
Shooting
line.
for Toronto. Lee. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Lee. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, excitement building in Ontario ahead of this coming May when the WNBA makes its long-awaited launch north of the border. The Toronto Tempo will become Canada's first ever WNBA franchise. And with that league finding a rhythm, this debut feels right on time.
It is a beautiful thing. And Shams, we appreciate the report. Here's Houdini. We saw with 19 points his last out. Good on the three-point shot.
Not just being selfish, but also smart with the ball. Brown is able to find the best guy for the right shot.
Barnes outside. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Pass to Andrews. And again, Toronto no up. Boston's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. A terrific move by White to score. White's got 5 now.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's Tatum. His last outing, he had 24 points. Pass to White. Now Jackson. Defended by Pirtle. With the fadeaway. Rebound by the Raptors. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Yep, that
Scotty
one goes.
Barnes.
Just
Assisted
tough, pretty
by
play there by
R.J.
Barnes. That's
Barrett.
how you deal with physicality.
Brown outside. A three. A shot by Houdini, no good.
Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
Here's Andrews. And a draw from three-point range. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Boston. A time they came together was in Toronto, where they fell to the Raptors.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
And a lot of that begins with effort. Putting in the work and closing your possession should make this a much more contested game.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
And they take the lead. Skinny's got his second bucket tonight.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks.
Timeout.
First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup.
Here we go, fans. Time to make some noise for Boston's own Celtics Entertainment.
Some numbers for him. Here's Tatum. Hasn't made one yet. To the middle. And finished off by Brown.
Such a great athlete and elite athlete. JB is at his best, in my opinion, when he is attacking the rim.
Lee with the ball. Even when an opposing defense is giving him everything he can handle, he still finds a way to score. He's averaging over 33 points a game. You watch Jason Tatum, he looks comfortable in everything he does.
And even though it's a hard game, he just makes it look so easy. And I think being an NBA champion, that's giving him a little boost in confidence. You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Here's Tatum. On to White. Pass to Jackson. 6 to shoot. And Lee pulls it down. Lee's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Andrews. He had 28 points in the win against Charlotte. For 3, Barrett drops in the tray.
Over the years, we've seen Barrett expand his range.
Celtics trail by 3. Outside, White. The Celtics working the ball around now. Fires the 3. Rebound by Andrews. And the Raptors with the ball. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Yeah, they seem unfazed by the hostile environment. I mean, just look at how efficiently they shot the ball.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Here's what Boston's going with right now. Vucevic is checked in for Tatum. Sam Hauser comes in for White. And it's Pritchard in for Houdini. Again, this is a fun time of year, mid-season basketball. From award races to juggling playoff pictures, it's terrific.
Yeah, you really get to see things taking shape. I like watching teams rise up and make the unexpected run. Makes the league so much
Toronto foul.
Well, every team needs rebounders. Check out the league's top rebounder. Look at Lee. Does a great job inside. One of the top rebounders in the league.
And you can't win games without rebounding the basket. basketball.
At the
That's
line for
what
two
has
shots.
made
Take a break.
such an
Take a break.
important part of
Two
what
shots.
they do.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
What makes Vooch so tough is the combination of size and athleticism. Defenses are always trying to figure him out. That's why this man is a double-double every night.
And both free throws good for Vucevic.
It's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Now here's Lee. Pass to Andrews. It's the three-point
Andrews.
Skinny's got 9.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. They trail by 1. And now Allen Force has something for us from the sideline.
Thank you, guys. Jaylen Brown never loses confidence. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla said he has great short-term memory. If he misses a shot, it never affects the next one. You can't shake him. I just love his poise and his ability to attack. Brown said, every time I take the floor, I want to be aggressive. Back over to you.
You absolutely love that confidence. Okay, Allie.
Daniel Jackson.
And what a find by Brown. Demonstrating
It'll be a Rutgers timeout.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
Get ready, everyone. You see yourself on the screen and you show us your best moves. Let's go. Get on feet. Bring those moves. Get down.
Substitution on the court. And it's Walter in for R.J. Barrett. Toronto's gotten a lot of shots off from three-point land in the first quarter, but they're only 4 of 9. Pass to Walter. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Pritchard, covered by Barnes. Hook shot, and again it's Boston converted.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Here's Andrews. He's got 9. And that one's good. Barnes. Barnes has got the game tied up here for Toronto.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
That's to Vucevic. Now Jackson. A three-pointer, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Andrews misses the 3. The Celtics shooting 47% here so far. Brown with it. And now by Barnes. Jackson a screen on Barnes. Brown outside. Rebound by Andrews. The Raptors shooting at around 42% since the opening tip. Barnes screen on Brown. Pass to Barnes. Shoots it up. And Pritchard pulls it down. And here's Boston. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively. And that led to way too many easy shot.
They looked like they were asleep on that end of the floor. No one was talking. No one was paying attention. It was rough.
And so here's Toronto following the bucket by the Celtics. Andrews, no good.
Yeah, and he had to be tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. Brown outside. And it's in after his balls off the right side. Now it's a 4-point Celtic lead.
A very athletic play by Brown. Getting the ball inside and working his way to a high percentage shot.
Here's Andrews. And again, Toronto no up.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Pritchard passes to Hauser. Wide open, 85. And a miss there on the triple.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Barnes sets a screen for Middleton. Off target from outside. Celtics leading by 4. On gets to Vucevic. Jackson against Gafford. Tries the hook. And off the left side of the rim. And it swirls in for 11 points for Preds.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting body on body.
And the dunk by Brown.
Inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And so is Boston. Warriors up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you, Stensel?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
So for Toronto right now, the guard spot is filled by Quickly and Barrett. Then there's Daniel Gafford. Then there's Lights Out and Murray Boyles in at the power forwards position. And another of these young, talented players out of Canada, R.J. Barrett, is a high-level NBA athlete.
It's in the blood. His father played for the Canadian national team. Barrett, an attack wing who loves to get downhill.
Lobbed up there for Gafford. And L.U. jam.
As a playmaker, Barrett has improved his vision, plays with a good recognition, and been very unselfish.
Here's the pick. White the pass to Tatum. From outside, off the mark. Raptors trail by 4. Here's Murray Boyle. Nothing on the board. Passes to Barrett. Shoots over White. Barrett, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Outside Tatum. Pass to Houdini. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
No good from Lee. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter. It's White on the wing. 5 points in the game. Pass to Houdini. The alley-oop. And the rejection by
The 24-second
the
violation.
24-second buzzer signaling the shot clock violation. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Lee outside. It's good from long range. Lee's got 9.
No one there to contest, so he just drops it in like he's at the referee.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. There's no doubt it'll be a terrific showdown of some of the game's best athletes.
And it seems like each year the bar keeps getting set higher. I mean, more props, crazier concepts to the competition, the level of dunks. I think this is going to be a good one.
Take a look at Skinny. He's definitely got a shot of making it to the top 4 slots this year. We'll just have to see if he ends up moving up.
Listen, I know this guy is hoping he gets the opportunity to be a part of it this year, and it would be a huge disappointment for him if he's not able to showcase some of those phenomenal dunking skills.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going.
Tatum down low, covered by Lee, and that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Almost halfway through the season, let's check out the standings in the East. You take a look at the Raptors. What a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And, of course, there's the Celtics. They have a lot of ground to make up.
And for the Raptors, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
There are just as many people, if not more, who believed in this team from the very beginning. And it's pretty clear right now who was right.
Now, here's Tatum. He's guarded closely to stop the drought. Rebound by the Raptors.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Lee kicks to Barry. Shot clock at 6. Toronto needs to get on the shot. There's Lee with the 3. Offensive rebound. Good by Gallagher.
You see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's ready to talk things through with them.
Let's get loud, fans, for Celtics Entertainment.
Brown comes in
for
for Sam
Celtics
Hauser.
Entertainment.
Well, some deep threats have really made their presence felt around the league lately. At the two-guard spot, these have been the hottest three-point shooters for the last month. Second, R.J. Barrett.
You don't have to be a great shooter to play two-guard, but it does help. And pretty much all of these guys fit into that great category.
And having a reliable three-point option at off-guard, pretty much a necessity at this point in time in the league.
Pass to Murray Boyle. Fouled on the shot, picks up 2 points, so one free throw coming up.
And one area where they've improved here in the second quarter is getting the ball in the paint. That inside scoring has gotten much stronger.
And a more look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Raptors.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
So you think about game preparation for an opponent. Richard, how different is that in the regular season versus the playoffs?
Oh, there's a significant difference. Not as much time in the regular season. You could be coming off 4 games in 5 nights. But in the playoffs, there is so much detail, position by position.
Down low and taken away by Brown. Pass to Tatum. And here's Jackson. And he drops it in from the low post. Now just a 1-point Raptor lead. And it's the Raptors' ball. They're on a 14-5 run.
Let's take a look at numbers for Houdini. The pass has been surreal. He's averaging 20 points, 13 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
I've played with someone like him, the type of player that looks to get others involved first. That's my type of teammate.
First free throw is good. And he can't hit the second. Murray Boyle. Murray Boyle has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Tatum on the wing. With the hook shot. Good on that shot. And with that, the Toronto lead is led down to just 2 on the basket from Jackson. Here's the Raptors with the ball. They're on a 17-7 run. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The Celtics trying to keep that laser focus. Coach Joe Mazzulla said, quote, the closer you are to winning, the easier it is to become distracted by things that you can't control. Things that don't matter. Mindset, discipline, and mental toughness are what separate you. Guys,
Staying dialed in. Hey, Allie, thank you very much. The Celtics shooting in the second quarter has been pretty embarrassing, just 27%. Houdini passes to Jackson. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Jackson's got 18 points.
Daniel Jackson.
All the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
And here is Pirtle. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Hornets in Charlotte.
Raptors ball.
And a chance now to look at the schedule coming up for the Toronto Raptors. On Sunday, they'll be taking on Tyrese Maxey and the Philadelphia 76ers.
And for that matchup with the Clippers, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Barnes screen on one. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Middleton. Doesn't get it to drop for him. White with the defensive effort. Their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots
And you can expect him to make it when the D is trash like that.
Lee kicks to Pirtle. Lee outside. Off the left rim and out. Celtics leading by 3. To the inside. Here's the break. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. White against Middleton. Here's Andrews. And the Raptors miss again.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
In his relatively young career, Scotty Barnes, GA, has played a number of positions.
Well, he's so versatile. He can be successful at a lot of different spots on the floor. A glue guy who can plug in just about anywhere.
Lee, that's good.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Houdini passes to Jackson. Outside Tatum. There's a good screen. This one for 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Lee's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
And there comes a point where, for the team's sake, you might want to move it. He's hurting them with all of these misses.
So it's the Celtics now. Outside, White. Brown feeling it out a bit. Jackson against Pirtle. Nice touch on that hook. Jackson's got 22.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
Taken away by Brown. Tatum down low. And taking a quick look at the hustle stats for the Celtics.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
And they are also just working out the Celtic in transition. The break is on. They've continued to find ways to score.
Let them hear it.
And he's truly a force around the rim, ranking among the top 5 in rebounds per game.
And what he's doing right now, carving up defensive schemes at will, second best scorer in the league. It's just a marvelous thing to watch and appreciate. Raptors trail by 4. Pass to Middleton. To the paint. Wants to get it to Barnes and does. And that one jumps. Barnes has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Oh, successful trip there. Middleton running that pick and roll. He can also work as the screener when need be.
Lee against Brown. Doesn't go that time. Good D by Lee.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
2 of 6 from long range. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Got a piece of it. Here's Jackson. And
Daniel
is good with the
Jackson.
extra effort on the glass. Jackson's got 24.
Keep riding that hot hand. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
Barnes outside. Bounce pass Middleton. And a wide open look for Lee. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Jackson. And Pirtle pulls it down. Toronto trailing. The shot. And there are the Raptors with another bucket. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth.
And Jackson throws it down.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. The Raptors shooting well. They're 45%. Middleton outside. Pass to Pirtle. Here's Andrews. And the three off target.
In the first quarter, he was raining down threes. That's not the case here in the second.
Back to Brown. On to White. Just 5 on the clock. James the shot with nobody near him. And now it's a 3-point Celtic lead.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just toward the first stretch.
Tie game for Boston. And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
I'm joined by Coach Mazzulla. Joe, what was the focus out there offensively?
We just got to fight for our spacing. We have to fight the screen. We have to fight to create advantages. It's two great teams playing against each other, and you're going to have to earn it. And so we just got to do a better job creating separation on the offensive end and fight for our great spacing.
Seems like an easy fix. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Allie. And folks, don't go away. Arena Entertainment.
And we welcome you to halftime as the Boston Celtics are getting everything they can handle so far.
They're getting a lot of looks at the rim, and that defense has no answer for it.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. The opponent just doesn't have the guys to stop you.
And let's switch it up. Here's a look at some of the possible contenders for this year's dunk contest.
This dunk contest is going to be legit. We've got some athletes, boy.
You're right, man. Some serious high risers in this field. I cannot wait to see what they come up with.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Krebs in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
But I don't think that that's the most important thing to him. Sure, putting up big numbers doesn't hurt, but he's all about getting the win over everything else.
Dynamic duo of Brown and Tatum at the 3 and the 4. Houdini is out there with Derek White. And it's Jackson in at the pivot spot manning the middle. That's the Boston 5. Lee, that's good.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Outside Tatum. Pass to Jackson. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Barrett.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Back to Barnes. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Now here's Lee. Here's Houdini. Outside White. Jackson setting the pick here for White. A 3-ball. And there's Jackson on the assist by White. Jackson's got 29. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail.
Here's Andrews. And There are the Raptors with another bucket.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
Outside Tatum. Brown with a screen on Barnes. Gets Brown on the wing. On the wing, Jackson. And again, Boston with the triple. Strong here at the offensive to maintain that lead. Lee outside. Barrett finds Barnes. Lee outside. Over Brown. 5 to shoot. No good from Lee. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. The lead is 2. Pass to Brown. Outside for Jackson. Jackson with Brown making the play. Brown's got 6 assists in the game.
That's good vision by JB. Draws the lead, kicks it out. He's
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
Here we go, fans. Time to make some noise for Boston's own Celtics Entertainment.
Time to show you the list of the top rookie shot blockers over the course of the last month. And you look at Jackson, second in the NBA, a great defender.
He's been a factor on the inside. An impressive stretch for him defensively.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Here's Andrews. 14 points for him. And the ball is going to be... Yes, it is. An illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You've got to focus on the details.
Houdini passes to Brown. Now Jackson. His 3-pointers off the mark. Here's Andrews. Life covering. It's stolen by Brown. Fires the 3. Carries the long-range jumper. Houdini's got the lead up to 8 for Boston.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D shifts.
Pass the lead. Barnes sets a screen for Lee. And the Raptors miss again. Here's Boston now. It's a 12-2 run here, good pace. When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to the team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With a Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Cam. Celtics leading by 6. Outside Tatum. Wide a screen on Barnes. And the foul on Skippy. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Now White, 10 points for him. Jackson setting the pick here for White. 4 on the clock. And there's Jackson on the assist by White. White's got 3 assists now in this one. Lee outside. Barrett kicks the Barnes. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Barnes has got 11 points.
And not really the strength of his game, but Barnes making a statement there.
Pass to White. Launches a three, and the Celtics hit it in from deep.
Timeout. Start it.
All the threes.
Timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys.
All right, fans, it's dance time. Get ready to dance like everyone's watching. Somebody doesn't have rhythm. Let's see what you got. Oh, yeah.
Over the last few seasons for Daniel Gafford.
Unfortunately, his block numbers have been going down the last couple seasons. Offensive players seem to have figured out ways to get around him to limit his impact.
Raptors trail by 9. Hurdle with a screen on Brown. Here's Lee. Again, Toronto.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Here's Houdini. He's got 8. Pass to Tatum. Now here's Jackson. Let's play. And there's the foul on Jaylen Brown. It's his 3rd foul of the game.
3rd personal foul.
Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Andrews passes to Barnes. Now Lee. And stolen by Tatum. Here's White. Pull up Jay. Here's Jackson. And a good offensive board against the bucket. Jackson's got 40 points. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for the Celtics?
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And also, they've made it a point to push it off turnovers. They're playing smart and alert, capitalizing on mistakes. And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they're just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Lee with the ball. Picked up by Brown. Outside Tatum. The three-point shot is pure for Tatum.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Pirtle with the ball. No scoring in this one. Barnes dishes to Pirtle. Barnes the screen. Pocket 6.
Bobby Barnes, the assist.
The body control. Barnes sets the screen and then a nice spin there to get over.
Pass to Houdini. Back to Brown. And here's Tatum for 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Pirtle's got his 5th rebound in this one. Lee against Brown. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Good. Tatum's got his 3rd assist on the night. Here Here's Andrews. He's got 14. There's Lee with the 3, and Tatum pulls it down. Brown sends a screen for Tatum. Outside Jackson. Shoots over Curry. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Lee outside. Shoots over Brown. And again, Toronto no up. Celtics leading by 11. Pass to Houdini. Knocks down the 3-ball. Houdini's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Celtics.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays, man. Team playing a great emphasis on jacking up threes.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
Pass to Lee. And they get it. Connects from 3-point range. Lee's got 12 points in just the second half.
He's doing everything he can. If they want to win, others have to step up and provide some scoring.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla. Comes in for Pirtle, and Middleton subbed in for Lee. Boston leading by 13. Now Pritchard. He has yet to score. Outside Jackson. Right wing. Pass to Vucevic. 5 on the clock. Here's Pritchard. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Skinny's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Barnes. And that one, good. Barnes has got 15.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Outside Jackson.
2 minutes remaining in the
Barnes on the trifecta. And the Celtics lead by 14.
He has a lot of points from long range this half. He's taking advantage of a really tired defense.
Outside Barrett. Pass to Andrews. Toronto working the ball around now. For 3, Barrett. Rebounded by Jackson. Celtics leading by 14. Here's Shireman. Oh, the rejection by Gafford. And that's a Boston ball. It was last touched by Gafford. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
.124 left to play in the third. Jackson setting the pick here for Pritchard. Off target with his 3. Raptors trail by 14. Pass to Andrews. Drills the 3-pointer. Skinny's got 5 points now this quarter.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Pritchard finds Hauser. Outside Jackson takes a three. Another bucket.
My goodness.
Daniel
50
Jackson.
for the eight.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Andrews passes to Gafford. And here's Barrett. Plays it up and brings it in. That's 10 points for R.J. Barrett.
Daniel
His shot
Jackson.
has been on point from the opening tip. He's pretty much kept them in the game.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Jackson from downtown. And another one falls. Amazing. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Here's Andrews. No dice and 9 feet out. And so it's the Boston Celtics. They're leading 15 going into the break. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. And we'll be right back after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. Emmanuel quickly out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Lights Out. Then there's Daniel Gafford. And Murray Boyles in at the fourth. Lets it go with the three. The rebound by the Celtics. Here's Houdini trying to find Pritchard and gets it to him. Pass to Tatum. Puts up a deep three. Sends it. What range from outside. Wow. Lee's got 15 points in just the second half. Houdini passes to Pritchard. Here's Hauser. Out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
There's one for the low light. Wow. I'm not sure who messed up the pass, but look, somebody did.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Quickly looking it over. And stolen by Tatum. Puts up a deep three. And it's a foul from three-point range. And the Celtics lead by 15. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Lee outside. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Here's Houdini. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
Well, despite some uneven shooting for them, they're still out in front.
Here's Lee outside. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Lee's got 38 points.
He's been a bright spot in their play today, but he could really use some help.
Houdini passes the Pritchard. Pass to Houdini. Takes up the pick. Great tee that time for Middleton. Raptors trail by 9. Now here's Gafford. Quickly gets to Lee. And it's Toronto with a three.
3 points.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And the foul on Daniel Gafford. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul. Raptors substitution, number 13, Jesse Andrews.
Quarter keeps moving right along. 2 minutes gone so far. Richard with the ball. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They set the pick. From the arc. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Gafford's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. There's Lee with the 3. Rebound Boston. Tatum's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Houdini to the wing right side. Richard from outside. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
After Murray Boyle. Kicks it down to Middleton. Gafford sets the pick for Middleton. They swipe it. Here's Houdini. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold. Easy. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
Pass to Hauser. Here's Houdini, covered by Lee. Here's Houdini. And that time, also a missed shot.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Here's Andrews. Inside. And throws it down.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally, the run they needed to get back into this.
I'm sure they wish they made this run sooner, but they still got time to come away and steal this one.
Tatum passes to Tatum. Here's Houdini for the 3. Brings it from beyond the arc. Houdini's got a couple of 3-pointers now on the fourth for the Celtics. And here's Lee from deep. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And they call it a score here.
Jason Tatum, first personal foul.
In a close game, enough to impact how it ends.
And the Celtics making a change here. The Raptors have gone 7 of 9 to the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. Lee outside. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Tatum passes to White. Here's Houdini. No good from outside. Toronto trailing. Here's Andrews. For this 3-on-1. It's tipped. It's stolen by White. Outside Tatum. Here's Houdini. Pass to Jackson. The 3. The rebound by Middleton. Middleton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Andrews. Here's Murray Boyle. Guarded by Tatum. Now Lee to take the lead. Connects again from distance. He's really sniping him from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that shot.
Boston again missing.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
To the middle. Here's Jackson. And the rejection by Gafford. White against Middleton. Pass to Murray Boyle. Here's Andrews from past the arc. And again, Toronto with the triple. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Raptors.
They've been just suffocating on defense the whole game. Look at their shot blocking. The opposition doesn't have any room to breathe.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
Back to Lee. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Nice work to get it inside.
First team foul. Shooting for Toronto. Lee at the line for 2.
shooting 2. And the first one at the line is good. And the Raptors making a change here. Both free throws good for Lee.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
Outside Jackson. Pass to White. Rebound by the Raptors.
And really credit their advantage on the backcourt. That's where the lead has been built. And that's why they are able to.
Bucket is good.
Nice play. And you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
The Celtics moving the ball around now. And the by Jackson.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. Pass to Andrews. That's a 2 from Lee. Rebounded by Jackson. Celtics trail by 6. White the pass to Houdini. Out to White. Shot clock at 5. There's the 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Lee against Brown. Puts up the 3. Jackson with the rebound. And so White will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Barnes rips down the rebound. Here's Andrews. Lee outside. Jackson with the rebound. Celtics trail by 3. Swing for the shot. The Raptors shooting 52% from the floor.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Let's it go. He puts in the check.
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
Here's Houdini. Outside Brown.
Smart play by Tatum. Using the fake to get the contact.
Second personal foul, second team foul. At the line for 2, Jason Tatum.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 1.
One of the best players in the game today. Tatum's work ethic and hunger to win more championship is special.
And so Tatum nails them both.
And in a close game like this, they can really rely on him to take care of business at the line.
There's a minute 34 left in the fourth. Barrett outside. Burnett sets the pick for Barrett. 4 on the shot clock. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by Tatum. And the Celtics with possession here. Here's Houdini. Now Jackson. Greg, he's been phenomenal on offensive onslaught. Lakers trail by 3. 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
NBA coming through when it matters most.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to miss your possession.
Lee, second personal foul, third team foul. At the line for the Celtics, Jaylen Brown. At the line for 2 shots.
It's the first. Never put them up by 2. Can't knock it down, and they really needed that one.
Can't afford any wasted possession down the stretch.
Pretty much, they have to be perfect the rest of the way. There's tremendous pressure on their offense.
Takes it inside.
Plays like that right there are going to help create easy scoring opportunities.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. The magnitude at this juncture in the game. Here's Houdini. Shoots the 3. It's good. Feeling the necessity to regroup. What do you think we're going to see here?
And they need a 3 to tie. Look, they've got enough time here to find a
Put your hands together for something.
and see they get it in the hands of their best shooter.
Put your hands together for something. Entertainment.
Thank you so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.